my pencil? Everybody?
Where is
my pencil? So everybody say, the question now is, where is my pencil?
Where is my pencil?
It's
On the bed.
Okay, and I will have the hammer here when I hit this one, then they must hop only so much and not all the way or they're going to hurt themselves. Right, and then I keep score right through the lesson all the time. Okay, so the groups will get the score, tally up, and yeah, I normally just do.
Marius, did you say you have a hammer, a big hammer?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, big hammer. So that's standard, that's me. Teacher Marius always has a hammer. And I always have the bomb thing. Okay, so I always start doing the vocabulary. And okay, then later do the rest. Okay, and also these, I won't write it out every time, so Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo. Depending on how many groups they've got in the class already, I use the same group because the homeroom teachers actually move them around. When they start getting naughty and the pairs together that shouldn't be, they move them around, but it doesn't matter because it's still Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. So I don't have to worry about who's in which group. And I always just do also the numbers like they are sitting. Number 1 is in front. So if they forget about that, I'll just say quickly, number 1, stand up just to check if they still know where they are. Number 3, stand up to sit down. Number 5, stand up, just to make sure that they know who they are. Okay, so now this time was where's my pencil, okay? So, where's my pencil? It's on the bed. Where's my pencil? It's on the desk, okay? Where's my pencil? And then I get a winner for that. And they enjoy this. They're all just waiting for the jump up so that they can get a point here. And not realizing that we're repeating the sentence structures all the time. So obviously change it. So this was the pencil, then I'll take the ruler. Where's my, and then everybody would say, where's my ruler this time when I do this? Okay. So this is question. And the answer is whichever I hit on the left. Okay.
So Marius, can I ask you, how do they get the points? Is it the first team to jump up, or is
the first person to jump up?
the first person gets a point?
So is Alpha, you and Bravo, and she jumps up first. So I just then I said 1 for Charlie, put it here, and then carry on. So the tallying up happens right through the lesson at the end. Oh, Delta's winning today. Let's all clap for Delta. Thank you, and then okay. Right, that's just about how I do the competition thing. Then the first thing was the song. Where does it say song?
Right there.
Oh. Okay, please help me. Okay, so first of all, sorry, we're just reading the lyrics.
You have to read it.
I have to read the lyrics. So I do this just like a reading lesson. I'm not going to demonstrate all the time. Okay, read the words only. Then teach the tune, please.
We came up with the tune. Where is my pencil? Where is my pencil?
Where
is my pencil? It's
It's-
on the desk.
It's on
It's on the. It's
whatever.
just on.
Okay, and then we're changing it. So the girls with A and B, or the girls and boys. Girls is sing the question, and the boys the answer, and then swap it around, other way around. So boys question first, and the girls answer. Oh, yes, it says that. How do I go down?
Outside.
Okay, and then the chant. We changed this because the chant in the book isn't a rhythmic thing. It doesn't fit into the rhythm. So we just changed it. 1, 2, 3. Where's the marker? Where's the marker? Where's the marker? It's on the book. Where's the ruler? Where's the ruler? Where's the ruler? It's under the desk. Okay. So we'll just change it all of the exchange these for blue book and pencil.
In the textbook, it's on the what is it?
Yeah,
On
it
the-
just
on
doesn't,
the
it
book,
doesn't
on
have
the
a
book,
rhythmic
on the
thing, and
book,
a
then
chant
it's-
must have a rhythm,
There's no rhythm to
because it doesn't make any sense, it has to, so,
adapt.
but that's okay too, still saying the same thing. Okay, right, so then exchange for the ruler, blue book, whatever, I mean, I think these things, the teacher should just hold it up every time to show them what we're doing now, and then changing the word according to what the teacher's holding up. Okay. And can you use big hammer to show where it is? It's under the desk, it's on the chair, it's under the chair. Okay? So that was the chant. And wrap up to the game
on-
again. Okay. Sure.
Okay, all right, thank you. I'm not against bomb games,
Sorry.
but things that you have to remember. When it's a group answering, like bomb game, how do we monitor? My only concern is how do we monitor, or how can we be sure that every kid is saying it? That's my concern. Remember the fish I mentioned about?
I watch them all
Right.
the time and see who's not up
But you're only one up there. There are 30 of them. Or are they saying clearly,
there. Must say clearly enough for me to see.
right? Because it's a that's, well, if you can get a control of that, then that's good. Because this game can encourage kids to say the word so many times, because your hammer is moving, you know. So if you're not sure, maybe one solution is that you keep hitting the word chair, and then correct them, chair. No, it's not share, it's chair. Okay? Every time stop when you hear something is not clear, you stop the game. And then what you can do is keep hitting the word, and then suddenly hit the bomb. That will get their attention. Okay, so it doesn't mean, you know, I'm not saying bomb game is not no. It is an okay game, but just how you control, make sure that, you know, with this intense practicing, that make sure that every kid's get involved. Not just the kids is there to go, you know, jump higher, want to be the winner to jump higher, because jump higher is not our course objective, right? Our objective is to have the kids to be able to say chair.
I keep
Right?
control of that. The thing is, if you do this all the time, then you know, then you see the kids that only want to jump. Because some of them only want
Right.
to jump and they don't say the sentence, and they're disqualified.
Or you can check is that before you give him that point, ask the kids to say the word individually. Only if he says or she says correctly, he gets a point. Then they will think about, before I do the jump, I make sure I'm able to pass the word that teacher is going to hit. That's another way you can double check with that. You know, so that can avoid, oh, I have to know. If I jump if I happen to be the first one to jump, then I have to know the material. And you have to remind the kids, hey, you know, I know you want to play activity, you want to play game, but you have to know the material before you can play the game. So that kind of thing that keep reminding the kids. All right, and then something that just, when they were talking, something that reminded me, maybe another activity is guessing game. Either you can do it the first week, or maybe as a warm-up activity for the first week. It's a guessing game. What you can do is, all you need to do is you draw a table like this. Okay, and then you have on, you have under, and then maybe you have in. Just the preposition you want to practice, right? And then you have all your places. Turn them over, right? And then you mix them. Supposedly the kids shouldn't see, right? And then the question is pencil, right? So you put it right here. Pencil right here. So, pencil, right here. So the question is, the whole class should be asking the question. It says, where is my pencil? Right? And then if your table in 5 teams, A, B, C, D, E, and then you say, okay, number 3, stand up. And then team A, number 3, will guess. Where's the pencil? It's on the table. They will try to guess what is behind. Get it? Okay, so that way you can give the kids a chance to practice answer. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then now you get the ruler out. You take a ruler and you put it right here. Right here. And then, so everybody, the whole class will say, where is my ruler? And then again, number 5, all the number 5 stand up. So whichever teams, maybe they will say the same question. Maybe two kids can guess this is bed. They all say the ruler, it's on the bed. It's under. They're supposed to be saying under. It's under the bed. Whoever answered, then you show them. It's desk. Whoever kids guess it's desk gets a point. That's another quick round that every time you get to hear 5 kids saying the answer. That's another way, a different activity that you can
Do you
do.
review activity?
Review, or after you teach, you can do that as well. It's kind of like a guessing game. Okay, that's something you can do it all together. So you have to make the chart big enough to fit in your card, right? And then when you mix them, so every time when you finish one round, and then you'll do a little switch like this, and then confuse the kids, and then you take out your book and you put it either on or under, whichever you want to practice. So the whole class will say, where is my book? And then certain numbers stand up, and then they all each have to guess where is the book. So whoever gets it right, then gets a point. That's another activity that just pop up on my head. Okay, all right. Chant, like I said, make sure that it's it well enough, right? And then you demo to the kids, and then various ways to do it. Team A and Team B is very good. One side with the question and the other side answers, and then or you do boys and girls or whatever. Okay, that is good. Okay, all right. Week 3, let's go. You want the No? Okay, all right. Then. So, let me get your file. Okay, let's go. Week 3.
Okay, we did not write down what we're going to do with good morning. But considering what you said this morning, we're going to do a kind of fun thing. When they come in, they will stand opposite one another. The two that sit next to one another at the closest. They will go, good morning, and then good morning. So we do that.
As a warm up.
Yeah, that's just to get into it.
Okay.
Not really the warm up. The warm up is now song and chant because
okay.
we do review. We
Okay.
do review.
The greeting.
The greeting. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the greeting, the good morning, and then good morning. That's how we start. And then we do the song and chant, which we assume by then everybody knows.
Oh, week 2, they didn't do phonics. Supposedly we put week 2 for phonics as well.
Phonics in the song.
Yeah.
Right? That's why they have phonics review in week 3. Oh, that's okay. Let's assume they already did it. Okay, so.
And then the chant and the song we do again, we group the class 2 groups. First group says, where is my pencil? And then the second group will answer, on the table.
Kind of just like what you guys did.
Yes. Review and repeating what they did. Right. And then we have a phonics review, assuming that our colleagues have done. Okay, and then Ben will explain the Bam Bam.
So
Bam?
I call this game Bam Bam. It also uses a big hammer. It's not a hammer. It's a like blow up, like
Yeah.
plastic hammer.
Not to crunch the
We don't want anybody to die.
No, not yet.
So we have sets of cards for the phonics that have like the word fan and then a picture of a fan. And you, assuming you have, like maybe let's say 10 different words. And so you have 10 different word cards and 10 different picture cards. You want to make enough words or enough cards so that each student in the class has one that they can hold up. So one student is given the hammer. All right, now the teacher starts this game. The teacher will say a phonics word like at bat. Now that kid with the hammer has to take the hammer and run around the class and find the student that either has the card that has a picture of the bat or word bat on it, and they're trying to bop that kid on the head. Now the kid that has that card hurriedly, when that child with the hammer is approaching, has to say another phonics word, and fan, and then the kid with the hammer has to run to try to find the person with the fan. So the object is not to be bopped on the head. And maybe give them like 3 chances, and then you take the hammer back from them. Okay, very good, sit down, and then give it to another kid, and the teacher starts the game over again. Just as a way to review the phonic words.
So the point is they don't want to be catched with the book.
Okay.
And then by now we think we need a worksheet.
Cool down.
Yeah, we're going to cool down, and we're going to have a worksheet. We're going to have a separate page with the pictures on, and then to cut and paste for the weaker, less advanced students to don't lose heart and start immediately. Then we have the second part with the sentence pattern, where they fill in the words. We will also, I was thinking, I'm not very sure about this, should we have a picture?
As a clue?
Yes, as a clue. Maybe, and
should.
then
Yeah. Otherwise,
have a
it
word
can't
box.
be any answer, right?
Yes, and then we,
Otherwise, kids wouldn't know
Of
what to
course.
fill in.
but what we were thinking is to demonstrate that maybe it's better to have a picture and a word box.
Or what you can do is, if you can find a pretty, or if you're a good drawer, actually you can draw a room or something that filled with tons of stuff,
Yeah.
right? Hiding, hidden, stuff in anywhere,
Yeah,
and then you have
Yeah, that's-
underneath it you have all kinds of questions, and then you can ask where is blah blah blah, where is the doll, where is the ball, where is the book, where is the money, something, and then kids have to find it and then fill in on the answer,
Yeah.
right?
And then, okay, and then wrap up. We will do the daily English.
It's a TPR activity,
Yeah.
so the
So-
groups, or the children are divided into groups, maybe 5 groups, and they're each given a turn. I don't remember what they were. But let's say like stand up, or one of them is like that. So each kid gets, or each group gets one of the daily English words, and they have to come up with an action for that word. And so we give them a couple minutes to come up with that as a group, and then each group comes up and teaches the class that word associated with the action. So like, oh no, or something like that, or come on.
But assuming that they know the words of this already. This is really, our whole lesson is based on totally just reiterating what we've done in the past weeks.
Fuji, review.
Yes, review. All right. Is that it? Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah, the last week 3 is pretty much review per se, but you guys forgot to do the story because we put the story on week 3 as well.
That's true.
As a wrap up before you do worksheet actually. Okay, you should remember that. So make sure that, when you're going through, sometimes we do, even though we put phonics in week 2, but somehow with the activity or something, that got delayed. So you have to make sure that you move the things that you didn't do to the following week. Or sometimes if a class got delayed because of the holiday, because the day's off, then which means that you have to combine the 2-week lesson together to catch them up with the rest of the class. So these are the things that you have to remember. And then phonics game, that the bang bang game that they were talking about. Well, just make sure that I guess you're saying is that every kid has something in their hand, right?
Yeah.
Except one kid, right? The kid that has a hammer, so he has to run around, and then teachers start with the word, and then he has to go and find. So do I have to go by alphabetic? For example, if you say bat, bat, do I have to go find B first, or I can hit A or T?
No,
No, the
like
word.
it's either the picture
Oh, the
word.
or
Picture
the whole
or the
word.
whole
Oh,
word.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Either the picture or the word.
so which means that in the classroom of 29, 30, right? One kid is playing with the hammer. So the rest of the 29 kids, they either have a word card or a picture card.
Yes.
So make sure that you have enough
for sure in
Yes,
advance.
in advance, right?
Yes.
And then you have to also pre-teach those words that they have to know the meaning. And then, or another way is what I'm saying, remember what I say, meaning is not important unless those words are in the book. However, some of the word doesn't have to have a picture, because as long as they can recognize what you're saying is enough. For example, pit is okay, but they don't know what pit is. Or sometimes when we practice phonics, sometimes we just give them, in order to, as long as they can put the sound together, that's okay. If there's no such word, that's okay too. So basically, sometimes when you are practicing, for example, those are B, P, V, and F, right? The 4 consonants that kids are practicing for this unit. Then on the board or on the sheet, what you can do is assume kids already know short A, E, I, O, U. Or what you can do A, E, I, O, U. And then at the end, you can change, put T, so together you say at, it, at, right? And then your teaching goal here is P, B, F, and V, right? So you take the P card and you go at, pet, it, pit, at, pat, right? And then you take B, at, bet, it, bit, at, but. You take F, at, fet, it, fit, at, fat. And then take V, do the same thing. That's the first step, probably, before you go into certain detail, certain words that teach them, oh, what is bad, what is fat, what is hot, something, okay? But in your review game, if you want to have a picture and words that exist together, then you have to make sure kids understand the meaning of it. But if maybe you can do 2 rounds. First round is only the words. Every kid only has a word. So my job is to recognize what each word, but 29 words, that's hard to find, don't you think?
No, that's what I'm saying is there's repetition.
Yeah,
So
of
maybe you have
course.
like
Yeah,
3
we're not gonna
bats
have-
Oh, 3 bats.
Yes,
around the
yes.
room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
then we'll
I know what you mean. So you reduce the number of words, but there's a repetition. So maybe 2 or 3 kids will have the same word.
Yes.
Yes.
So that will be easier for the kids to spot.
Yes.
Oh,
For
that's
sure.
good. That's good. Okay. Yeah. So again, phonics is for kids to practice, put sounds together. That's the first main goal that you want to achieve. And then you use various games to kind of enhance their learning. That's the goal. Okay. And then worksheets. Well, worksheet, like I said, instead of just if you can find a picture that is funny enough, maybe a comic type of thing, and then you hide the things in the picture, or maybe you can have the picture and then you ask the team to divide the kids in team, and then they draw something and then hide, and then they can rotate. So the table 2 will solve what table 1 is hiding, and then they'll solve each other's puzzle. That's another way to do it. That's okay too. But if you have to be a good drawer to come up with that kind of activity, which I'm not. So I try to avoid that kind of activity unless you can find a good picture from the internet, and then you can just print it out. Okay, so, or you can give it, yeah, okay, all right, basically, and then for story, let's take a look at those couple pages. Usually, how would you go over those stories?
Like a reading lesson.
It's like a reading
So
lesson,
teacher
right?
reads first, and then students with the teacher.
Okay,
Like pointing
Students alone.
pointing stuff. Okay, I can share a little bit what I did. Basically, the first step I want kids to be able to understand. Pretty much they should, right? So what I usually do is, remember that the ebook, I play it 2 times. And then I ask the kids to repeat, because they got the different choices, options that you can choose. And then I ask kids to repeat with the CD or repeat with me, that's okay. And then I ask the kids to close the book. Okay? And I shut the ebook down. And then I start asking questions. And then remember the whiteboard that each team have? Okay, I distribute the whiteboard. And then I start asking questions. Where is, something related, can be something outside, for example, what color is the table, something. So they have to remember during the 3 times of reading, repetition, and then they have to focus, they have to be a good observer before they can answer my question. So basically, during those 3 times of practicing, the kids have to kind of focusing on what's in the story. So my job is to come up with a good question, question that kids can understand me, and then being able to answer. You know what?
I just want to ask, shouldn't you do this on week 4 or on a separate week?
Week 4.
Yeah.
We don't have a week 4.
Oh, so
Week
we-
4
yeah.
it's unit 2, week 1.
Okay, so we can't have a 4th week. We must have it.
Of course you can. 4 units. Even if you do it 4 weeks per unit, that's 16 weeks. That leaves you 4 weeks. But however, the first week is introduction, so that's 15. Right, and then exam week, and then review week.
I'm just asking,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, because I think it's very important what you said now, for comprehension and for pronunciation.
Right. Usually, these kind of material can be squeezed in. But however, even though, because now we're assuming that you're teaching the whole unit, but actually you're not. Some of the work is given to the co-teacher. Remember, she has a class. So usually, the first thing that you go to school Monday, right? If you have you don't have a chance of talking to your co-teacher, the first thing is that you guys sit down and take the book, and then you divide.
I was told, I went to my school, they already told me
Yeah.
that I'm teaching the child of the song for every unit.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So basically, you
But
have to find
I'm
out,
still
because now
gonna
we
do
are now we are doing is that assuming you are teaching it the whole, so you get to practice
I'm still gonna
every
do the
part.
review of the other stuff.
Right. But basically, review your co-teacher. But usually what I tell co-teacher is that, for Shima, grade 3 and grade 4, the Chinese teacher still have to teach sight words. So within the 6 weeks of each unit, 6 classes of this unit, 3 classes are taught by foreign teacher. And then if you're teaching, and then that leaves maybe the fourth one is for Chinese teacher to teach something to review or something in the book. And then 5 and 6, the 5th and 6th class will be for the Chinese teacher to add something else. So actually there's more things, or if you think that you prefer to do more creative work, then you can share some of the workload with your co-teacher to be more, you say, oh, I prefer to do something else. Maybe, I'm very good at, the reader theater. I'm very good at, teaching stories. Please give me that. You can talk to that with your co-teacher. Share the workload. What I'm saying is that look at this unit. Depends how the school is going to break it, and then you guys have to count it. How many classes are going to be covered for this unit. Then you each sit down and divide the workload to make it more well-rounded. That's what I'm saying. Okay. But usually if the school says, okay, each unit runs for 3 weeks, try to manage that. Yeah, otherwise, it's all get squeezed together. And then of course there's a midterm on the, usually midterm is on the 13th or 14th week. Right? And then 19th week is the final. On the final exam, it's pretty much, it's the whole book.